I'm gonna put everything I buy at a thrift store today into a video game. I'm not even kidding. Last month, I literally turned my old Christmas decorations into a video game by just walking around it with my camera. And now that I know how easy it is, I literally want to put everything and anything into a video game. And what better place to find everything and anything than a thrift store? Okay, I'm here at one of the closest thrift stores by my house, and I'm just gonna be looking for stuff that you'd imagine in like an outside scene. Stuff like structures, buildings, trees, stuff like that. The cool thing about thrift stores is that you can find inspiration for your game by just looking at the weird stuff they have. Like, why does this look like an Elden Ring boss, and why did the head just fall off? Okay, now this is the gold mine. Little houses. They're a little bit small, so that'll give us a little bit less detail in the end, but we'll make do with what we have. I'm gonna grab this little pumpkin one. I'm also gonna grab this tent because I feel like it'll be like a perfect starting location. And I'm also gonna grab this mother goose because, I don't know, I just think it's funny. Okay, now obviously the next step is to put the things that I bought at the thrift store into a game. And as I demonstrated in that Christmas short that I made, that's super easy. I just need to revolve around the objects I want in my scene with my camera. Then I'll take that footage and upload it to a free tool called VIVERSE Scene AI, which turns that footage into a 3D point cloud called a Gaussian Splat. But I'm gonna do it slightly different this time. Last time, I put my entire scene together and then I shot the footage, and it actually returned pretty good results. The only real issue I had is that I couldn't move each individual structure independently. And while Scene AI actually did a surprisingly good job capturing details in hard to see places, like right here between this building, I think we can do an even better job by focusing on one item at a time. I'm pretty sure it'll give us clear details per figure. I'm also gonna add this little antique house that I had lying around my house because it's big, it has lots of detail, and I just want to populate my scene a little more. Next is surprisingly the easiest part. Can you believe that? All we've done so far is go to the store and then walk around in a circle, and yet this is even easier. First, head over to VIVERSE.com, then hover your mouse cursor over the AI drop-down menu, and then select Scene AI. Once you're there, hit that upload button and then upload your video. That's it. Like and subscribe for more. Okay, I'm joking, but you really are pretty much done. See, once you upload your video, Scene AI will give you what's called a .sog file. That's your Gaussian Splat, but like the compressed version. Remember when I said that we were pretty much done? Let me prove it to you. Keep a VIVERSE tab open because I'm going to show you something cool in a second. Open up PlayCanvas in a new tab and create a new project with the Gaussian Splat template. Once you have the editor open, delete that object already in the scene and just drop your .sog file in. Since we're going to be adding multiple items into our scene, we're going to want to isolate each one. And you can do that easily in a program like SuperSpl.at, like this. Then go back to PlayCanvas and add all your isolated splats to the scene. Now this scene looks kind of plain, so I'm going to select the asset store right here and then use this small snow patch as the floor. Then I'm just going to add an Omni light right in the center to give it some life. Add colliders and rigid bodies to your structures so that you don't phase right through them, and bam, your game scene is done. And I know what you're thinking, this is just a map. How do I walk around it? Well, that's where VIVERSE comes in. See, if you upload your game to VIVERSE, a character with all the controls you need to get around your map is provided for you, along with your very own URL to share your game with your friends. We have a video on how to do just that, and it's super easy as well, so be sure to check that out. Once your game is uploaded to VIVERSE, start it up and walk around your new world. Now you might want to use your splats in programs outside of PlayCanvas, like let's say Unity. This requires a few more steps, but it's actually pretty simple too. You're gonna have to take this .sog file and convert it to a .ply file. You can do that in the program we use to isolate our objects, SuperSpl.at. Literally just export it as a .ply, and that's it. Then use a Gaussian Splat rendering plugin for Unity. I'm using this Unity Gaussian Splatting one right here, which I'll leave a link to in the description. Download the zip file, extract it, and then open up Unity. Select Add Project from Disk from this Add drop-down menu. Navigate to that folder you extracted, and then select the Gaussian Example folder. That should have the scene set up for you to import your Gaussian Splats. Once that's open, hit that Tools menu, and then Create Gaussian Splat Asset. Where it says Input PLY, select your PLY file, and then just select Create Asset. Select Gaussian Splats right here in the hierarchy and add the new asset we just created to the asset box here on the right. Now you should have your Gaussian Splat in Unity. It's that easy. I hope you found this tutorial simple to follow along. Remember that all of the games that you make and upload to VIVERSE can be shared with friends, so if you made one of your own, please drop it in the comments because I'd love to visit it. And while you're down there, head over to the description because I'll drop a link to my world, the one that we just created here, and you can pay a visit to that one as well. Who knows, you'll probably even see me there, depending on the time that you're there. Because if it's like 4 AM, then probably not. Like this video and subscribe to VIVERSE if it helped you out because you're not going to want to miss the next tutorial.